Ladies and gentlemen, we have breaking news coming in. Punjab's Deputy Chief Minister Sukhinder Singh Randhawa is forming a special investigation team to probe the sacrilege cases in Amritsar and Kapurthala. The SIT is expected to submit a report within 2 days. This is the latest that is coming in. And also to add to that, Punjab Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Channi is set to visit the Golden Temple in Amritsar and meet the Shiromani Gurudwara Prabandhan Committee, that is the SGPC. Its president is going to be met by Punjab Chief Minister Channi. We have Amandeep with us on this story. Amandeep, lot of quick-fire developments. This is coming in after the second death of the accused, the Kapurthala sacrilege accused, and now the government is taking steps. It's formed an SIT probe. What's happening there, Amandeep?
Well, Ankit, the entire focus of this entire state is now on these two cases. That is the reason Deputy Chief Minister Sukhinder Singh Randhawa, who is also holding the home portfolio of Punjab State, constituted SIT headed by DCP Law and Order Amritsar to investigate this entire case and to file the report within 2 days. Time-bound investigation is there now. And in fact, within 2 days, DCP Law and Order has to file the entire detailed report, what has happened, who all are involved, and in fact, how it happened, and even how he was entered into Golden Temple and how he escaped all the security cameras or the security checkpoints, and even how he managed to get jumped the Senatum Sectorum of Golden Temple. So now the DCP Law and Order has to file this report within 2 days. Just because Sukhinder Singh Randhawa held a marathon meeting with IG Border Range, Commissioner of Police Amritsar, and other police officers of Amritsar, and discussed this entire scenario and what should be done. Just because the person who killed in this entire incident of Golden Temple still is unidentified person. No identity has been found from the possession of that person, and in fact nobody knows from where he comes and what is his name. So that is the reason the situation is actually very paradoxical for the Punjab government and for the Punjab police to deal with this case, just because the first step of the investigation is identification of the person who has been killed into this case, who is alleged accused of this sacrilege case. But the first step is yet to be broken by Punjab police. So that is the reason they have formed the SIT, and in fact the Punjab police has also released the photograph of the suspect, and even they have also announced the reward of 1 lakh rupees, whosoever will provide the identification of that person who has been killed in this entire scenario. And in fact now police is making all the efforts to bring everything on table so that the investigation should be reached to some kind of conclusion at the earliest, just because this is the case directly related to the Sikh sentiments, and even the entire state.
I also want to ask you, so a couple of things you've just told us. The Chief Minister is going to be going to Amritsar, an SIT probe has been announced. Also, the DGP of Punjab has tweeted, and he has said that he has asked people to not violate the terms of the law and order conditions in Punjab at the moment. What is going on with regards to people taking matters into their own hands? Ideally, it should be the police and the state government that takes action against in these sacrilege cases. What has the government done to ensure that people don't take matters into their own hands at the moment with the situation as grave as it is?
Well, Ankit, the reason behind this situation is that yesterday also SGPC president, SGPC members, they have released their statements, just because now the Sikh community is very much upset, just because government was not able to resolve the sacrilege cases held in 2015. So now they have decided to decide at their own. That is one of the reasons. And in fact, that is the reason the Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Channi is meeting SGPC President Harjinder Singh Dhami today itself, and after that he is going to hold a media brief also, that what kind of action government is taking now, what kind of concerns government is showing now. Just because SGPC is ruled the roost of Golden Temple, they are entirely responsible inside the premises of Golden Temple, and in fact they are the one who provide the security inside the Golden Temple, and no uniform officer or no police officer can go step into the Golden Temple in the uniform. It is entirely SGPC who is responsible for everything in Golden Temple. So that is the reason. Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Channi is going to meet in a short while from now to SGPC President to discuss this entire scenario. Just because, Ankit, the most critical point is that lastly, the person who was killed after attempt of sacrilege, he was detained by SGPC task force. And task force is the one who had some kind of conversation with that person, and they know some piece of information about that person. Nobody, none of other than knows
Amandeep
about it.
There bringing us all the inputs from what's happening in Punjab at the moment. Amandeep, I thank you. 2 cases of sacrilege. In both cases, the accused have been killed. The Chief Minister is going to be reaching Amritsar, where Amandeep is right now, and the Punjab government has announced an SIT probe, and a report is to be submitted in 2 days. We are tracking this very closely on Republic and republicworld.com. Do stay tuned with us.